determining who Esau is, i.e. the wicked, is very integral in understanding this truth, That's why the prophet Obadiah, he had one book, one chapter, it was directed to the point. That's how important, Jacob and Esau are in this whole thing, So we're going to put Esau on trial and see what the Most High has to say about him, So I'm going to start in Obadiah, verse 1. Thus, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. And what that's talking about is all these heathens, man. They're making their own confederacies because they're tired of your bullshit. It's bad enough that y'all subjugated the children of the Most High, but right here in Obadiah 1, it says the heathen are going to be confederate against y'all. It says, arise and let us do battle against her. Verse 2, behold, I have made the small among the I've made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised, And you see it in the news right now with the Trump and the Ukrainian president interference, it's got a lot of people hot, North Korea don't want to do shit. They don't want to talk diplomatically no more,
Right.
And I heard from one of my military buddies that, the U.S., you're not so hot anymore. When they caught the North Korean hackers in your system, they had been there for 5 years, just sitting there monitoring everything the U.S. was giving to South Korea. So you are being made small among the heathen, and the heathen are getting more of your capabilities. Iran is now the top 5 hacking nation on the planet, among other things, And then going back to the North Korea situation, the reason people were switching to that cryptocurrency and that blockchain shit was because it's supposed to be more secure. But what happened? Korea somehow found a back door and got $2 billion worth of supposed secure currency, So your ways are being sought out.
Can I interject, brother? I just want to make mention too, like the brother said, man, that Esau's being made bare and being made small amongst the heathen, man. That's being shown, like the brother also mentioned, throughout the world, man. The Middle East is losing a lot of respect for the U.S. and no longer wishes to make deals with the Western world. Of course, they're still trying to deal with Russia because Russia, believes that they're next up, but the Most High's going to smash y'all too. But just with what this brother was mentioning, it's not being put on the news every day that France is like in total chaos, man. France is police on strike. They've been on strike for a while. They had to remove the ones that are working or whatever, had to remove people from public buildings and whatnot that have just taken up refuge there. France is like in total chaos, man.
Yeah. Damn near a civil war, man.
Right, on the brink of revolution. And these are things that Esau Edom was not speaking of. This not being talked about in the mainstream media because France is a major tourist location. It's a major Edomite stronghold, and it's being stripped of its beauty, man. They burned the Notre Dame and ruined it. Only the Most High knows if they're going to, they're not going to rebuild it. Probably ain't going to rebuild it.
And they ain't got any architects that have a mind to rebuild that the way it was built. Man.
You know what I'm saying? They don't. So you're just watching the decline of Esau Edom, and that process is taking place before your very eyes, man.
The market actually had a 600-point drop sometime this week. One of the brothers put it in the group chat, I believe. And Russia also just dropped the U.S. dollar.
Right.
Because these heathens see, what I mean? Back when you had the sword as the blessing, and it was only you that had the sword as the blessing, everybody was in check. But now that, the heathen are being lifted up along, and more importantly, Jacob being lifted up, and more importantly, Jake preaching his word, you're crumbling.
And that cryptocurrency, man, is going to come connected with the chip, man.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying? They are going to try to push that as the new currency. They're putting it in every major, video game, television show. Everybody's using cryptocurrency. Even rappers, man. Drake made a song, I think we mentioned it before, but Drake has a song out where he literally says it, I don't carry cash or card, all the money digital.
Mm-hmm.
And and that's one of his lines that he says. But that's gonna come with that chip, man. Because right now it's already attached to your phone. When you move money from account to account with like the Cash App, or this or that, you converted it into some digital form.
Yeah, so it's all process that they've been
making it normalized.
Yeah,
and that's why the North Koreans still in that $2 billion in cryptocurrency was a big thing, because it's going to give these Edomites the idea, well, if we can't store it on the internet, maybe we can store it in our bodies, or so on and so forth,
Right.
And it's going to bring about the mark of the beast. And brother's been preaching year in and year out, week in and week out. Once you take that mark, Most High ain't got shit to do with you then.
Right.
You've chosen your master at that point.
And it's gonna be packaged up real nice, man. It's gonna come
with benefits and perks.
Right.
You're probably gonna get more on your taxes.
Might be they might finally try to convince because a lot of the Jake population, we have y'all have a spirit towards Yahweh, a zeal towards Yahweh, but not according to knowledge, man.
Right.
So a lot of you are gonna naturally reject that chip, but when it comes with possibly reparations or a way to support your family or that whole
it's all gonna crash.
Safety and security, man, that they're gonna try to bring along with it. These motherfuckers, man. That's all on camera too.
Oh my God.
God. But Esau's gonna package it up real nicely, man, with his little slithery snake ass, man. And it's a beautiful thing too, man, because you see the parallels of just how Rome fell. Like the brother was speaking about, these Edomites, man, that they've always had the gift of the sword, man. Just how Rome had the gift of the sword, man. And back then it was their legions, man. Nobody knew how to deal with legion warfare. All right, but then all of a sudden,
it was their ability to, they were using catapults.
And their assault
before, so they would sling fire and brimstone
upon you, and they could run in with their legions,
and then come in with the legions and clean you out, much like they use the drones today. Where they fly a drone over, they strike it, they strike an area, and then they send the infantry in to clean up the rest of the whoever they didn't catch.
Right. And it's a beautiful thing, man, because back then you had what's his name, man? Basically pockets of Jake, Attila, and what really started eating Rome was that horse cavalry, man. It was cavalry warfare, especially bow cavalry warfare.
Oh yeah, open war, battle and open war, man.
So when Esau started getting caught and his legions started getting caught chasing horses and getting shot while they're chasing them, their legions started to fall and they were terrified, man. They started paying this man money to stop fucking with them. But this time they're not going to be able to pay the world money because guess what? The dollar's crashing. The dollar's done.
Well, that money didn't save them in the long run anyway.
And not to mention, you can't buy Yahweh off. This is all his judgment.
This isn't a problem that you can throw money at, man, or throw a sword against. Esau is going to be up against the entire world, man. Once again.
Read down to verse 4. Verse 3. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Because you're originally from Mount Chetam, all right? Going back to the first Maccabees, all right, when Philip the Alexander marched out of there, man. All right? Mount Seir.
And conquered Greece.
And changed the face of history, man. All right, you made your Samoans and your Polynesian people, who were their true Greeks. You made them, basically pig monkeys, man. And you pushed that whole people out of Greece, man. And you whitewashed Greece, man, just as much how you whitewashed Europe.
And then tried to say that they began civilization, but they don't want to take credit for it now.
And then a lot of stuff that was actually going on during that time period, according to the homo shit that Esau's always done and has been doing for a very long time, is being looked down upon now that the Greeks are looked down upon as fucking faggots. Esau don't want nothing to do with the history. They don't want to address that no more. But at the same time, we're living in the world where becoming a faggot is more and more accepted now.
Right. It's more, man. They're more popular than like you could become more popular being a homosexual than you can being like a stern,
You get more rights being fucking
austere,
a homosexual. man.
Straight a man of a righteous man.
Gotta
A
step
man
on
walking that path, man. You ain't never gonna, you'll be way more famous being a homosexual. That's why all these actors and singers all partake in acts like that, man. They got no problem.
Fame and money,
level.
man.
You got no problem.
As long
stooping to that level.
as in their eyes, nobody knows about it, man. But hey, the Most High's eyes is bright as 10,000 suns, man. He sees all things. There's nothing hid on this earth, man. Everything you do is recorded.
Y'all build these cities up to live above Jake, but like the scriptures say, he gonna bring it down to the ground,
And it's gonna
you like
be the
looking,
meat,
you like
man.
looking up from looking down from your perch and judging the people, but the Most High said right here in verse 3 that he bringing that shit down.
It's a stubble, man. All right, go ahead. I got a scripture after the fifth verse.
Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And that's a clear-cut prophecy to let everybody know, who the fuck Esau is. Because Esau liked to hide and use that plausible deniability shit, that asymmetric warfare shit they teach you in the military and whatnot, and try to pretend like they are someone else, Just like the Russians did when they invaded Ukraine. The news was like little green men with no country patch because Russia wanted plausible deniability, That this scripture is trying to tell you who the fuck these Edomites are. Who else exalts thyself as the eagle? First it was
who has
Rome, he's
always
the
have
eagle,
done it.
And once the United States
Macedon,
national bird,
Babylon.
who has the most power in the United Nations? The United States, Who's getting their other countries to turn their back on them? The United States.
And the funny thing is, man, even Egypt in and of itself at one point was represented by the eagle after it was taken over by Alexander, man. And he had his successor kingdoms.
Because nothing's under the sun.
So that goes you to show the parallels between Babylon, America, and Egypt, man. They've all been represented by the eagle. So that's clear cut to the bone, man. You so-called white people, man, you Edomites, right? You Hebrew Edomites are Esau Edom, man, and you will be destroyed according to Yahweh Shai's will, and your run is done, man.
Yeah, it's game over on Edom, man.
The Most High made it clear, man. He doesn't say things for vain, man. He didn't give you the identification if he didn't want you to identify who this specific people was talking about, man.
Verse 5. You want to get your verse, or want me to bring out 5?
Bring out 5, then I got this one out.
If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Right? Esau, you pillage and you plunder and you do these backwards dealings, and you guys get no judgment for it,
Right.
You guys aren't able to and then when Jay comes out and brings forth the charges set against you, you guys run to that possible deniability shit and act like it's not you, but like the Most High say, who is it then? If not where,
who is he, man?
Verse 6: How are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? And first and foremost, with his wisdom and knowledge, and understanding through the elder apostles on down. This kingdom that y'all built up and conquering the world and all that shit is nothing, because all the Most High had to do was give the elder apostles his name and in the truth form. And week in and week out, the more we prophesy, the more your kingdom's going down. The elders been prophesying that the heathen was going to turn against you. Russia finally dropped the dollar. North Korea's back to not wanting to fuck with y'all. France is in turmoil. Germany's pretty shitty right now too. Anytime the U.S. stock market takes a 600-point dip, the U.K. is automatically fucked because their economies are synchronous.
The U.K. is another place that's spiraling into chaos, man. And they trying their hardest
because of your backwards dealings with the Brexit, So the world, and especially the Most High's people, Jacob, man, we know We know, even Jake's not in the truth, man. Nowadays, I mean, I'm sure y'all brothers hear it at work, you know, there's all the bullshit Esau doing to everybody and shit, man. And just like that ominous feeling that everybody has, even these heathens, about the end of the world. Like the weather's different.
To mention it too, man. You know, a lot of Jake is awake now. They're aware to the fact that they're Israelites. They may not be following the doctrine of GMS, but many of Israel is awake. All right, which means that time of reckoning is at hand, man, because a lot of these Israelites are about to get judged. You know, for that matter too. Although we're speaking on the judgments coming for Esau, Edom, and the heathen.
Judgment starts with us.
You know, judgment does begin with the house of Israel, man. And 2/3 of our people are getting ready to get judged right along with the heathen. You know, we got to keep that in mind as we move forward
in this truth.
Because Israel's not coming out of this squeaky clean, man. It's going to be a lot of bloodshed.
Because at the end of the day, it's going to be blamed on Israel, the Most High's judgment. You know, so these heathens are going to try to get they blows in. You know, and you got to look at it like, you know, if somebody was coming to kill you and your family, you're just not going, you know what I mean, you're going to lay down and let it happen. You know, and that's how real this truth is in the words of Yahweh.
John, and at the simplest form of it too, man. The Most High is a man of war. You know, he loves a good battle, man. And what's coming on this earth is going to be a mass scale battle between the nations of the earth, man. The nations of the earth, each nation is getting prepared to go to battle for his own, man. Period. You know, and for us, it's not a fight for land. It's not a fight for, you know, personal gain, man. It's a fight for our salvation, man. It's fight or die.
Pretty much. Swing the sword and just get rolled over.
But like, I don't remember if it's a movie or, you know, something like horror, but if you don't swing your sword and give it to me and I'll slay you with it, man. Give it to me and I'll kill you with it, you know?
For real, I'll get you out of the way.
You know?
But let me grab this precept real quick, Doc. This is Psalms 21. I'm going to start at verse 8. And it says, "And thy hand shall find all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Those shall make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up with his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seeds from among the children of men. If they have entreated evil against thee."
Hey man, read that last part again.
"Their fruit shall their fruit shall thou destroy from the earth."
Man, that fruit shall be destroyed from the earth. Go ahead, continue.
"And their seed from among their children of men."
Seed from the children of men shall be wiped out. That's the end result of Esau, Edom. You're going to be smudged out of the history book, man. I mean, your entire nation is going to be scrubbed out. That's a major punishment from the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? When you put that into real understanding, you're going to be removed from the seed of men.
Bye.
Man. Go ahead, Art.
"For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy string against the face of them. Behold, thou exalted Lord, in thine own strength, so will we sing and praise thy power." So basically, man, the Most High is going to turn you around like a badass kid and put these arrows in your back, man. Meaning these ICBM nuclear missiles that's coming straight for America, man. So, hey, you know, you Edomites, man, you can do whatever kind of mischievous, devious, evil you can fucking think of. But at the end of the day, all right, the Most High is going to save 1/3 of his people, all right, along with the elect. And the elect, he's going to use them as his weapons of war, man, his battle axe, which he has always done. All right, and he's going to slay the rest of you heathens into submission, man. Then we're going to go into your places, and the tabernacle of Babel is going to be rebuilt, man. All right, and we're going to go back home, and we're going to establish heaven on earth, man. All right, and the rest of you nations are going to be in chains, and Esau, Edom, once you done with your slavery, man, you're going to be destroyed, man. All right, children
Yeah.
off the face of the earth, man.
Con, and y'all deserve it, you know? Y'all are way too fucking prideful. Because why would I say if they wish not to serve me, you know, bring them before me and slave them before me, you know? That's how you got to think. If the Son of the Most High come back and you still don't want to serve him, you know, there's no use for you, you know? But there's no wisdom in Edom to even understand that on a spiritual level, you know? And I'm going to read verse 6 just to pound it home. Or verse 7, excuse me. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that ate thy bread and laid a wound under thee, there is none understanding in him.
Zero understanding in Esau.
You know, no understanding. You know,
God.
you think that when people smile in your face, just like you did to everybody else back in the day, you know what I mean? It's sincere and everybody wants to serve you, but you know, it's not just Jake that hates you. It's not just GMS that hates you. It's not just Israel that hates you. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole world hates you, man.
Good,
right. So why wouldn't the Most High hate you? You got his sons praying against you. You got the heathen hating you.
And shit, if you want to, Esau set up as the judges here in America, man. And if you don't think that there's any kind of wisdom in Esau, all you got to look at is his judicial system, man. This bitch just got off for walking into a Israelite man's home and killing
She
him.
didn't get off. She got. Well,
I mean, she got off for 10 years.
Yeah,
But I mean,
she got judged, but she got a much lighter judgment.
An Israelite woman, you know, less than 2 years ago, she fired warning shots at a so-called white man that's trying to intrude her house or get too close to her house. That she, you know, said multiple times to back away. I'm going to fire shots at you. And he keeps coming. She fires shots and she goes to jail for 20 years.
Right. Whereas this bitch murdered.
Whereas this bitch shot a man in his dome piece, a father, a brother,
Right.
a son, and gets 10 years, man. So Esau, Edom, hey man, fuck your wisdom, man. Fuck your peace, man.
But they're
Fuck your peace, man.
their
Right.
understanding, you know, just as an example, man. The elders, I believe, they went on to YouTube in 2007, I believe, right?
Gone. Right before the crash in 2008.
There was a television show that I actually had never really watched, but I started watching it like recently just to kind of see what it was about. It's called Justified, and it starts with this dude. He basically shoots a guy, you know, while sitting at like a bar, because he had told him to get out of town or he would shoot him. And the guy does try to shoot him, you know, at the table, and he shoots him first. But besides the point, there's a Edomite in the show, right? And he's a like a white supremacist. He's got like the, you know, Nazi tats and shit, and he's clearly like a racist, you know. And he tries to blow up. It's constantly like saying fire in the hole and shit. But he blows up like a church, because the church is like of this dude. It's a Jake guy or a Hamite who thinks he's a Hamite. Basically, it's like a church, but they're selling drugs. So he's mad because he finds out they're skimming basically in his town. So he blows their shit up. And this dude uses the Bible, you know, in defense of what he's doing. And he says, you know, that like, you know, basically that he has an understanding. He thinks that, you know, the Jews, because this is who, like, neo-Nazis and whatnot, they got an issue with the Jews, right? But he thinks that only they're Edomites. That's what he called them. He was like, well, God hates the Edomites, so it's okay to fuck them up. And he labels the Negroes and also the other fake Jews, like, all lumps them together. And it's like, it's all their fault why the world is fucked up. But there's no understanding in him because he's a damn Edomite himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's the root of, you know, not that that's what I don't know, I don't follow neo-Nazism or any white supremacist hate groups. I know there's different types of hate that they portray.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, just that, having that base of understanding there gives you enough insight to know that Esau just has no idea what the scriptures are talking about. They just be making up shit. And then they rock with that. And they think that they know enough to basically draw their own conclusions. But Esau's a brute beast, man. His understanding, like the brother was saying, you know, to come full circle with what I'm trying to get at, is Esau has zero fucking understanding at all. So how could he rule or make any judgment righteously if he has zero understanding in himself? You know what I'm saying? It's impossible. So of course the kingdom, you know, of course the current kingdom we live in is unjust, unruly. There's no justice or peace or anything, because Esau doesn't know how to rule. Simple as that.
Because the Most High gonna do away with his wise men, you know. And it says,
and his wise men truly are only wise to do evil.
I'll read verse 8 for you. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Edom? You know?
Just wipe all under, like, you know, you look at them now. They be looking dumb, man.
But we're in that time
Edom
now.
is looking dumb.
You know?
Yep.
Like the elders like to bring out, that cherry pot time of the 50s is over, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, the Most High said at one point, Esau, you were wiser than Daniel, you know?
Right.
And he was able to break down the dream of the king. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Esau, everything was flowing through Esau Edom, man. For that brief period of time, you know, that World War II, post-World War II period. The 20s through like the 60s, man. And
Truly, the baby boomer generation and the generation before that had the prime of America, or the so-called prime of America at the height of Esau power.
That brother said the cherry pie era. He said that shit is over.
Yeah, man. The cherry pie, the Dave Chappelle nigger family time period, bro.
Yeah, man.
My favorite niggers time period.
But spiritually, they missed that time.
They do.
When they have that full power, they can look at you and be like, "Fucking nigger." They miss that.
Yeah.
Spiritually, yeah.
And you can see it because they're like a kid with Tourette's, man. You know, you see it because there's outbursts, and when the outbursts happen, they
can't bring that.
It's on social media, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that
So
bitch.
they have these little racial outbursts where they're like,
I hate niggers.
Yeah, their true spirit comes out of them, and then it gets recorded, and then they want to go on their
so sorry.
social media. I'm sorry, this is not my character. No, this is your character.
All my black friends.
You just being yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like, and then even when you're like I'm about to say, but even when you're caught on camera, you want to get online and be like, well, this isn't me. This is not how I normally act. Like, nah, motherfucker, take responsibility for what the fuck.
Yeah, like at least be a good devil. Like I like a good devil. You know what I'm saying?
I like a good devil too.
That shit makes me, you know, the secret devils are the
worst, man.
Yeah, like, man, don't be a secret devil. Just be a devil.
Yeah, all like this.
Just that way it's simple. You know, I know what's up.
You know. But you're on that steady decline, man. Verse 9. And the mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter, man. You're mighty men, man. Like, look, hey, I was a grunt, man. And them SF dudes that got killed in Africa were from right the base that I was on, man. And, you know, the U.S. government spends hundreds of thousands of dollars on these people, man. Sending them to jump school, man, language school. Then sending them to the best arms instructors, man. Getting the best military intelligence for them, man. And a bunch of motherfucking Hamites in motherfucking Niger Valley ate y'all up, bro. You know? I mean, there was a time when y'all could go into Africa and do whatever the fuck y'all wanted, man. But y'all can't even deal with Ham right now, you know? Let alone some other Edomites, you know? Let's not forget that scripture, you know? If Satan be divided against Satan, how can it keep them stand, you know?
And Esau came into possession of, you know, those wise men of Teman, and they started making them missiles and bombs.
Their minds were dismayed.
Right. And,
to basically destroy their own people, man. Because they've made the weapon that's going to destroy them.
In wars where Edomites would fight Edomites, man. You know?
But it was Russia and the U.S. who essentially parted after Nazi Germany fell. That's where the wise men of Teman that had created these weapons for Hitler, they were basically parted amongst Russia and the U.S. So the U.S. and Russia became superpowers. That's how their weaponry became so advanced.
They said if it wasn't for Hitler's chief scientist, man, we wouldn't even have cell phones or internet, bro. You know? So I mean, this was all to destroy y'all, man. You know,
Ultimately.
and you know, brothers ain't making this up because everybody learned in like what 6th, 7th grade about Operation Paperclip.
Con, and
when
it's
they
beautiful.
split up the Nazi scientists.
It's so beautiful, man, because you see the work, man, as a, you know, like a cold samurai as the Most High is, man, destroying you Edomites bit by bit, piece by piece, play by play. It's like a well executed game plan. You know, I can't really,
I mean, it's
explain it no
masterful to
better
watch,
than that, man. Because the Most High literally says that the first woe and the second woe have passed, and the third shall come quickly, man. So that first woe was to set up the second woe. The second woe was to set up what was going to destroy y'all in the end times, man.
Where these brothers park at?
They right over here.
No, I see them. I'm just curious where they set up and parked at.
Come. You know, so here it is that we're, you know, about to be in World War III, and what's going to be the ultimate end all of World War III was set up in World War II. You know? And grab that real quick before we end, brother. Grab that 49 and 10. Then I got a precept to go off of, and we'll end there.
Yeah,
that way we don't go into too much of your lesson, and you can still teach it.
Shit, what does this shit say? 2 hours apart?
Oh, Jeremiah 49 and 10. It's a lot. Jeremiah 49 verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
All right, so Esau is basically being exposed, man.
And your seed is spoiled. You know, Rothschilds, you know, DuPonts, Gettys. You know, y'all hoarding these billions and trillions of dollars, and you got Joe Sixpack. You know, I'm seeing more homeless Edomites than I am Jake.
And a lot of it too is you have no rule over your children, man. Your children are fucked up on opiates and not respecting their fathers, and
they don't have no type of sound mind. You know, they'll go to a school, shoot it up.
They're not gonna take on and continue the houses like they used to either. You know, these, like the brother said, these Edomites, their children don't have no interest in being part of the things that they've been a part of.
You know, they just want to fucking get high and go to raves, man. And shoot people and kill people.
And that's honestly
I'm gonna just pull up right here, bro. If we gotta move, I'll move this shit.
You want me to read verse 11?
Read that.
Give them a shot.
Okay, no, we should be good.
I'm gonna just read this last scripture we'll end it, and we'll go to camp.
You want me to read 11 for you while you look?
If you could, brother.
Verse 11, leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and I will let the widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, behold, those whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and thou and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, thou shalt surely drink of it.
So the Most High is going to give you that cup, man, and you shall drink it down. All right, that cup of judgment, that cup of wrath. This is the last scripture. We will go ahead and get out to camp. Salute the brothers. This is Luke 12 and 2. And it says, and this is in the red, so this is Hamashiach's word, man. All right. For there is nothing covered that shall be not revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. All right. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in the closet shall be proclaimed upon the housetops, man. So Esau, man, all your bullshit, all your fuckery, all your little secrets, and you ain't gonna be able to go on your social medias and say sorry, man, because everything's gonna be exposed, man. All right. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakwah Kwadash. All right. Lord willing, this was edifying, and shalom, and peace and sincerity. All right, to all those Akim teaching this truth and truth in sincerity, man. All right, shalom.
Shalom.